Thank you for tuning in to the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast, where we talk the latest news, rumors, and games of the National Football League, from the latest signings to this year's breakout rookie and all of the news in between. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jeremiah.
Joining you once again for the news of the week. You want to get us started off with a pretty big story, especially in this area.
Oh, yeah.
California
here. As you all, as some of you know, we're based in the Sacramento, Northern California area, and some of the big news that broke this week, earlier in the week, was former 49ers defensive lineman Dana Stubblefield. Yeah, you heard about this story, right, Alex?
I did. Let's tell him what happened. Let's give him the down low.
Okay, well,
some bad stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's a pretty good news story.
Well, Dana Stubblefield was charged with raping a developmentally delayed woman. An encounter that happened last April. He was charged, I think, Monday or Tuesday. It was earlier in the week.
It was Tuesday. You texted
was it Tuesday?
me. You texted me the day after.
Oh, did I?
You weren't here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was the following day.
And
pretty big news.
Yeah, the encounter happened in his Morgan Hill home, which is south of San Jose in Santa Clara County, I think.
Yes, near Santa Clara.
Yeah, and then the woman, the woman hasn't been identified yet. So she's just known as the woman right now. She hasn't been identified in any news sources or anything. Mm-hmm. So the woman traveled to Stubblefield's home last April to interview for a babysitting a job, and this is what kind of makes the story worse, is he found her on a babysitter's website.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after the interview, Stubblefield texted the woman that he wants to pay for her time. When she arrived, sometime after she arrived, he carried her to his room and allegedly raped her. I think that's the word, allegedly.
Sexually assaulted.
Yeah,
whichever way you want to look at it, I suppose.
Yeah. So after that, Stubblefield then gave the woman $80 and let her go.
$80?
$80, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after, the woman immediately went to the Morgan Hill Police Department and reported the rape. I'm just surprised it took, well, I'm not really surprised, but it took literally like a whole year for this to process, because this was really, no one really know about this.
Yeah, I find sometimes this stuff takes a while to get out, but then again, sometimes it takes a while to get out because there's some stuff going on, you know.
Might have been because of the DNA evidence as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so the DNA evidence did match Stubblefield, but apparently there's two sides to the story.
Okay.
So after Stubblefield was, I think he was released from jail on Monday, and he held a press conference on Tuesday saying that he was innocent, and his attorney, one of his attorneys named Kenneth Rosenfield, said she asked for money on multiple occasions and also texted Stubblefield the day they had sexual relations, and they also had the same relations 4 times after that.
Yeah, that adds a little interesting wrinkle to the story. It sounds like maybe that not all things are, quite coming out the way that they should be.
And Roosevelt said the woman was charged with assault in the past.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems a little weird to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
seems interesting at least to say the least.
Yeah, so it brings a little interesting part of the story. It makes it a little more interesting because it's going to go on for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Everything has to go on. The court case and all that stuff has to happen, and all of the evidence and things like that has to come out. Yeah, it's probably going to take the rest of the year, I would say.
Yeah, this might be like a year.
Depends when they get I guess it depends when they get the case going. It'll depend on that, but it could take a while. Yeah, it could take deep into the year, depending on if they settle, if it goes to court, all the different stuff.
And Rosenfield, I guess, had some documents, or I don't know what he had, but it was something that, that when she got charged with assault, when he saw that, it showed Rosenfield that she was mentally competent to appear in court. And another attorney of Stubblefield's named Gary Winnick, I think that's his name. I hope I'm saying that right.
Mm-hmm.
Another attorney of his said that the woman has filed 2 lawsuits where she represents herself and has a California driver's license, saying she's also mentally capable to appear in court. So
that's also a little interesting. Adds, that seems a little unique. All of a sudden that that's the case. It seems weird that especially any time that there's something that comes out like that where it's not the first time. That's interesting to me.
And to make matters worse, Stubblefield actually got arrested while he was dropping his kids off at school. That's some of the articles I read.
That's no good. That's a shame.
Good. Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know, man. I just hope that he didn't do it because it's kind of like it's close to child molestation. That's.
Well, how old is she?
Oh, she was. Well, it's close. Well, it's because she's she's mentally
developmentally delayed.
Yeah, delayed. Yeah. So she was 31 at the time when this happened.
I mean, yeah, it's not good, obviously, in any sense, but I wouldn't say it's anything like that. But it is.
It's pretty low.
No, it's not a good thing. Yeah, and if he did it, that's obviously of course that's not a good thing at all, and it sheds more light onto some of the stuff, and not so much current players going on right now, but retired players too, like Darren Sharper last year.
Yeah,
and different situations like that, of players or ex-players acting out in this way. It's not a good view for the NFL, I would say. Doesn't look good for them in that sense. It kind of makes the league kind of look bad. And, of course, it's not like they're doing it or anything like that, but it's just, they're NFL players, kind of casts a shadow on them in that sense,
Yeah, it also it continues like a pretty bad PR trend.
Yeah, the trend.
Pretty much like a pretty bad trend that's been going on for about the past few years.
Mm-hmm. Especially last year, there was 4 or 5 players in the span of the off season that got in trouble for that. A couple different Niners, Greg Hardy before that with domestic assault.
Johnny Manziel,
of course, this past early off season and some of this past season. Even. Just a bunch of different players involved in that. So hopefully we'll see what happens, really. Hopefully we'll see what comes from this. And if he's guilty, it's a shame. If he's not guilty, we don't know. So,
yeah, man, I just hope he didn't do it. I'm not saying that because he was a former Niner. He was a pretty good 49er, and I'm a 49ers fan. But
you are?
Yeah, I
don't think the listeners know that.
If you haven't found that out by now, then I don't know what you've been listening to. But no, I'm just hoping that he didn't do this. It's just, I can't. It was hard to I wouldn't say it was hard, but it was kind of a difficult story to grasp when you first heard about it. It's like, that can't be really true. This can't happen. There's no way that a current or retired NFL player would step down this low. I don't know, but but I'm also kind of not surprised in a way, especially with the trend of the way that these women have been treated by current NFL players and retired NFL players. So it's also not surprising in a way.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when I see reports like this, it's kind of almost for me like, why am I surprised, because it's been happening so often the last few years. It's, I'm kind of past the surprised point,
Yeah.
I'm kind of over that.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of like, okay, well, another one.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That DJ Khaled, another one.
Oh, man.
Okay. Well, it is also not Stubblefield's first run-in with the law.
It is not.
No, it's not. He pleaded guilty in 2009 to federal officials that were investigating a PED ring catering to professional athletes.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually sentenced to probation after cooperating with those investigators.
Okay.
And he was also sentenced to 90 days in jail after, I don't know what year this was. I forgot the year in this. It wasn't too long ago, but he was sentenced to 90 days in jail after pleading guilty to stealing his girlfriend's mail by submitting a fraudulent change of address for her to the U.S. Post Office. It was,
why steal her mail?
yeah, exactly. It's still a story I can't really like.
I don't quite understand that. Why steal her mail?
Yeah, that's a story I really still don't understand.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're taking money, I don't understand why steal money at all. I'm sorry, why steal mail at all? Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. But hopefully, yeah, we'll see what happens, because if you look at it in a couple different ways, it's not her first allegation, so that could raise questions. It's not his first run-in with the law. So, assuming that one, is true, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's definitely a story to keep an eye out for all you NFL guys out there.
Mm-hmm. And you, especially the ones that know the older players too. But moving on to another story in the news today, something that came out today. Tight end for the Redskins, Jordan Reed, signed a 5-year, $50 million extension. He's on the last year of his rookie contract, making him tied for the highest paid tight end in the league. What do you think about that?
I like it only if he stays healthy.
Keyword. Key phrase, stay healthy.
If he's healthy. Like, even though he played 14 games last year, he only missed 2, but even before that he was injury prone. Yeah,
and then it's like you were saying, it's a pretty good payout for a pretty good investment in a third round player. I got some stats for you here. This past season, in terms of being worth it, I guess you could say, Kirk Cousins with Jordan Reed on the lineup, 421 pass plays, 7.7 pass yards per attempt. He was 24 for 4, touchdown to interception ratio, with an 11.9 passer rating. Now, Cousins without Reed in the lineup this year was 148 pass plays, 6.2 yards per pass, 5 to 7 touchdown to interception ratio with a 73.3 passer rating. Yeah. So that was only 2 games, but you can tell it's a little different of an outcome there for Cousins. He was the second most targeted tight end this year. He's rated the 6th highest tight end in the league this year, catching 87 passes for 952 yards and 11 touchdowns in 14 games. So it seems like it's going to be, as long as he stays healthy, something that is worth it for the Redskins.
Yeah, and then he was the leading receiver on the team that had Deshaun Jackson.
And Pierre Garçon. Unfortunately, both hurt a decent amount this year, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, he was. And I think if they were all healthy, I think he would still be the leading receiver on that team.
I think that was a club record for a tight end.
I'd have to look that up.
Franchise record.
Yeah, I'd have to look that up to make sure. To compare that to a couple of different tight end deals this past year. This offseason, Travis Kelce got a 4-year, $46 million contract with $20.017 million guaranteed. In comparison, he caught 72 passes to Jordan Reed's 87 for 875 and 5 touchdowns to the 952 and 11 that Reed had. Then Zach Ertz this offseason also signed an almost identical 5-year but $42.5 million deal. He caught 75 passes for 853 yards and 2 touchdowns. So the yardage is there, much less touchdowns, but then again, that Eagles offense was a little more of a shy away from a tight end kind of thing, But, those are 2 other, high tight ends there. And, he's still looking like the most money in the league, I think, tied with Gronkowski, or is it tied with Jimmy Graham, who didn't even finish the season last year, getting hurt in week 10 there against Pittsburgh. And also his stats, he led the league over tight ends like Gronkowski, Delaney Walker, Ertz, Olsen, and Travis Kelce in
Graham.
In attempts, yardage per attempts to pass to him. It was 7.2 that he led the league in, and it was quite far ahead of Gronkowski. Was closest next, and it was 6.5 for him in yardage per attempt that they threw to him. So I think the key phrase there is stays healthy. I think if he stays healthy, they have a good young nucleus there. I think that he can really produce, because he did look like a very good tight end, a very good receiving tight end. He's not a bad blocker, He looked like he had a lot of upside there in the offense this year.
Another thing I want to point out, it kind of hurts Kirk Cousins a little bit in this contract.
Hurts and helps.
Like, it helps.
Like you're not saying.
Yeah, it helps his productivity on the field.
Yes.
But Cousins needs a new contract if the Redskins really want him to be their franchise quarterback.
Yeah, he's playing in a contract year.
He's been the best quarterback that franchise has had in a while.
Excluding RG3's rookie year.
Yeah, he was a stud his rookie year, but that's a topic for a different show.
That's a Throwback Thursday topic. Oh, wait, today's Thursday.
Today is Thursday, yeah. Okay.
That's a quick little Throwback Thursday.
Okay. TV, hashtag Throwback Thursday, hashtag RG3. Hashtag. Yeah, we're doing the hashtag sign as we speak. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I think I agree, though. It's a plus having somebody, obviously, like we saw here with his numbers, with and without him on the field. I think it's a plus for Cousins for sure, having him on the field. But you're right. I mean, they just paid $75 million over 5 years to Norman.
Yeah, some we talked about. $50 million
over 5. Yeah, some we talked about the first episode. $50 million over 5 years to Reed. Where is this money going to come from to a quarterback who, for all we know this year, is going to earn the money that he deserves, or so says he deserves? I do like what he came out and said. He's just, he said coming into this year, if he plays and earns his money, then he'll get paid. If he doesn't earn his money, then he doesn't deserve that contract anyway. If he comes out there and plays horrible, he doesn't deserve a big contract. And I like the humbleness. I liked him coming out of Michigan State his rookie year. I'm getting drafted. So I was very high on him coming out, and I've always liked him as a quarterback. So I hope he does well,
I hope he does well, too. I kind of want him on my fantasy team next year.
Kirk Cousins?
Yeah. No. Well, he's all right.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, but I'm talking about
Cousins.
State. That's right. That's right. I like. Yeah, that's right. He came. Okay.
Yeah, I do like Cousins. Yeah.
Oh, I love me some Cousins. No.
That's a weird thing to say.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. But I do think if he stays healthy for the Redskins, this is a smart deal. I think it's only. I didn't see the guaranteed money, but of course, it doesn't take a genius to see it's 10 years. 5 years, $10 million per year there in that deal. So, interested to see how this pans out. Hopefully he stays healthy. He's a good tight end, and I think receiving tight ends are good for the sport. They're fun to watch. It's fun to see.
Oh, I love when tight ends produce on the field.
Greg Olson's one of my favorite players just because he's a big tight end that's just going to go get the ball.
Like Gronk, he is fun to watch. Olsen was great to watch for the past couple years with the Panthers. Mm-hmm. I used to love watching Vernon Davis, but he came and went. I
like watching Zach Miller. I liked it, especially when he was with the Raiders. But this last year, after Martellus Bennett got hurt, he played pretty well again. I'm excited for the Steelers to get Ladarius Green. I think he's a good receiving tight end. Antonio Gates back in the day. Even this past year. Kelsey is really fun to watch.
I love watching Kelsey.
Yeah, Kelsey's a really fun guy to watch. I'm a big Alex Smith fan, so Kelsey, I like watching Chiefs games.
I'm a huge Alex Smith fan, too.
Yeah, that offense is fun to watch when they're healthy.
Come back, Alex. Come back to San Fran, man.
No.
Come back.
No, he's doing better where he is. Stay where you are. You are doing far better.
He's not a good fit for Chip Kelly anyway.
I don't know, dude. Coming out of college, he would have been a great fit for that offense. Coming out of Utah, he was a mobile quarterback.
He has a better coach with him now. He has Andy Reid.
I love Andy Reid.
Yeah,
and I've always liked Andy Reid as a coach. What do they call him? The Red Walrus over there.
Yeah.
And then that guy that dresses like Andy Reid.
Yeah.
They had one in Philadelphia. Now they have one in
Kansas City. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty funny. That guy, he has like a laminated menu or whatever. I think that's really good. But no, Alex Smith should stay where he is. He made the playoffs in a few different seasons already there.
Yeah, I
think every season he's been there.
He's been there for how many years already?
Kaepernick's first year was the Super Bowl year in 2012, right? Or
2011? No, Kaepernick's official year was 2011.
I mean, the year he took him to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, it was 2012. So 13, 14, 15. Oh, so 3 seasons. Okay.
Yeah, and he's made the playoffs each year.
Yeah.
So I think he's in a good spot.
Yeah. Okay.
But not to get too sidetracked. We'll move on from
My
there.
bad.
Jordan. No, that's me too. I'm glad that was good. Jordan Reed, I think good call as long as he stays healthy.
All right, for the last story of the episode, it is we're a few days away from Mother's Day, and I want to talk about an NFL mother who wrote
a new NFL mother.
A new NFL mother, yeah, who wrote a story on Eli Apple. Eli Apple's mom, Annie Apple, wrote a story on Sports Illustrated, chronicling, writing the kind of like the process, like what happened during the day and
of the draft day.
Of the draft day, yeah.
Okay.
But the thing that really made me laugh, it is a really well written article too. The thing that really made me laugh from any Apple's article was Eli was offered a Rolex watch and diamond sword on draft day. I told him, dude, you're an unemployed college dropout. You would not be on TV with a Rolex. And then I was like, okay.
That's a funny. I like that.
Really
Now, she seems like a funny lady. I've seen some of her stuff online.
Yeah. And then she also said if he really wanted to check his phone, if you want to check time, he can check his phone. I have a portable charger. I brought a portable charger with me. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
she's also the same person that came out when that unidentified scout said that he can't, it's a red flag that Eli couldn't cook. And she came out immediately and she goes, Eli's dad's a master chef. Like, he's just fine. Like, he can cook.
I have that extra 15 pounds for a reason.
Yeah, don't bring up our name if you don't get to put some and she said respect on it. So she seems funny.
She is the real MVP. I swear.
I've seen people tweet at her already, and some of her responses, some Giants fans that were all like, "If he's anything like you, we're in for a great player."
Yeah, he went to a great city.
Yeah, and I think it's a good situation too because they have some corners over there. They shelled out for Janoris Jenkins. They still have Rogers Cromartie. I think he can go in and not have the stigma to start right away, but I think he has the opportunity, to be pretty good. I liked his tape coming out, so I'm interested to see how he plays over there.
Yeah, and also I also want to point out, Any Apple is also going to be a featured speaker at the rookie symposium.
Nailed it.
Symposium, because they're going to have a rookie transition program, and I think
they do every year.
Yeah, she's a great fit for that.
I don't know exactly what she does as an occupation.
I think she is a writer. Like, she has a blog.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not really quite sure what, but she seems very well educated.
Yeah, she seems really. I heard her talk at the draft day. I interviewed her after he got picked, and she seems very well educated and very, very nice and very fun. It seems like so. I would look forward to that if I was a rookie. She seems like a really cool. And unless I don't know, unless you're Eli, then he's like, it's mom again. But it does look interesting. She seems like a really fun person.
I really hope that Eli Apple has a heck of a career in New York because I think Campbell Soup can capitalize on that relationship.
Like the old Donovan McNabb.
Yeah. I think that can be a good mark. They can go back to that. Mm-hmm. But that actual have the real player's mother on there.
Yeah. Well, that's how it was with McNabb. McNabb had the hunger, the chunky XL soup.
Yeah, I'm saying they can go back to that.
Yeah, and it had him and his mom. Yeah. Because remember they used to make fun of it on Saturday Night Live all the time with Keenan.
Keenan
Thompson would play him. Or play his mom or whatever. And then
I think it was a Finesse special that played on Finesse. I don't remember that.
I forget exactly, but and they would make fun of his fun of it, but they make fun of the commercial itself. And Keenan would play his mom and always have that face and just go, and shake her head back and forth,
One of the oh man, I love Keenan Thompson, man.
Yeah,
Keenan Kell.
Those were the good years, man. Yeah, but
he's still there.
No, I know that's what I'm saying, and that's what he needs to throw back and do another Don McNabb chunky XL commercial.
Yeah,
but this time do Eli Apple.
Yeah, Eli Apple.
Have Jay Farrell play him.
Oh my God. I love Jay Farrell too.
Mm-hmm, Farrell is. But they would have to maybe even have his mom on there. I don't know. It is New York.
It is New York. That's why I said it's a perfect fit. Yeah. I will. Yeah. That's why I said it's a great. I honestly, if he has a heck of a career and then he's like one of a franchise player, dude, that would be really good if. Potentially down the line can host Saturday Night Live and have his mother there, or his mother can host it. I don't know, but that would be really entertaining to watch as a skit. Wow, I'm actually kind of excited to see how.
You got yourself really excited all of a sudden.
But yeah, I'm really excited. How I'm looking forward to having seen his career, how it develops, and seeing him play,
and seeing more of his funny mom.
Oh yeah. By the way, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to my mother out there.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to my mother and all the mothers out there. Yeah. Just like Willie Brown, every draft falls somewhat close to Mother's Day. So every time he comes out, he tells everybody, real quiet, be quiet. Because I like to say, Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there because, he announces the second round pick every year. He's a funny guy. I like him a lot. Yeah. But same thing. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. My mother, your mother, everybody's mother.
All the single mothers.
Okay.
No, going too far?
No,
okay.
too far.
I'm going too far? Okay. All right. Okay, I guess we gotta leave on that note. All right, Alex just gave me a look and be like, okay, all right, bro, we gotta go. All right. Well, we'd like to thank you again for tuning in to the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast. Visit us on iTunes for new episodes each week. You can find us at the GSMCpodcast.com. That's the website. As well as on Twitter at GSMC_football. And Facebook at the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast. I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Alex.
Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
We'll catch you on the flippity flip.
Catch you on the flippity flip. I love Steve Carell, man. Steve Carell.
Bye, guys.
All right.